Mandisa Lynn Hundley, known professionally as Mandisa, is an American gospel and contemporary Christian recording artist. Her career began in the fifth season of American Idol, in which she finished in ninth place. She is the fifth American Idol alumna to win a Grammy Award when her album Overcomer won the Best Contemporary Christian Music Album in 2014. Early life: Mandisa Hundley was born and raised in Citrus Heights, California. After graduating from El Camino Fundamental High School, she attended American River College in Sacramento where she studied vocal jazz. Then she studied at Fisk University in Tennessee and graduated with a Bachelor of Music degree with a concentration in vocal performance. American Idol: Mandisa auditioned for the United States talent competition show American Idol in Chicago. She referred to herself as just Mandisa, thus was billed simply as Mandisa on the show. She stated that her musical influences run the gamut from Whitney Houston to Def Leppard. Idol judge Simon Cowell made several comments about Mandisa's weight after her successful audition. He first quipped, "Do we have a bigger stage this year?" Then, when Paula Abdul commented that Mandisa had a Frenchy growl to her voice, Cowell responded that a more apt comparison would be to France itself. These were among comments that drew the ire of the National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance, and would be one of the reasons Mandisa would entitle her 2007 album True Beauty. When Mandisa presented herself to the judges prior to the final cut down to the season's 24 semi-finalists, she told Cowell, "What I want to say to you is that, yes, you hurt me and I cried and it was painful, it really was. But I want you to know that I've forgiven you and that you don't need someone to apologize in order to forgive somebody. I figure that if Jesus could die so that all of my wrongs could be forgiven, I can certainly extend that same grace to you." Cowell told Mandisa that he was humbled, and apologized to her immediately. On the March 7, 2006, Idol show, she stated in her pre-performance video that she sucked her thumb until she was 24 years old. She performed a rendition of Chaka Khan's I'm Every Woman, which drew praise from all three judges. She was among the 12 contestants chosen on March 9, 2006, as a finalist in Idol's fifth season. Mandisa was eliminated from American Idol on April 5, 2006, in the top 9, having never previously been in the bottom 3. Mandisa revealed that, when the first group of Taylor Hicks, Kelly Pickler and Chris Daughtry was sent back to safety, and Mandisa, Elliott and Paris were on the stage on one side and the other group of Ace Young, Catherine McPhee and Bucky Covington on the other side, she told Paris and Elliott that it was most likely their own group in the bottom 3, as she remembered how the same thing had happened in the third season, when the three divas landed in the bottom 3, and was sure that it would probably be a shocker like that one. As Ace, Catherine and Bucky had all been in the bottom 3 earlier. She, like most eliminated contestants, appeared on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno one day later. Performances equals music career. On July 27, 2007, after being eliminated from American Idol, Mandisa performed the song I Don't Hurt Anymore on the TV talk show, Live with Regis and Kelly. She also joined Gladys Knight and others at the Apollo Theater for the benefit concert Back to Harlem, to raise money for various charities. Mandisa collaborated with Toby Mac and Kirk Franklin on Toby Mac's album, Portable Sounds. True Beauty Mandisa's first full-length album True Beauty was released on July 31, 2007. The album debuted at number 1 on the top Christian albums charts, making it the first time a new female artist has debuted at number 1 in the chart's 27-year history. It also debuted at number 43 on the Billboard 200, an unusually high debut on that chart for a Christian artist. It also garnered a Best Pop Contemporary Gospel Album nomination. Showcasing Mandisa's stylistic range was the task set before the 5 sets of producers who lined up to work with her on the album: Sean Shankle, Brown Bannister, Christopher Stevens, Drew Ramsey and Shannon Sanders, and Robert Marvin and Josiah Bell. Mandisa also spent personal time with the album's writers before the songwriting process began, sharing her vision for the project and what she hoped to communicate through the songs. Her first single, Only the World, was released on May 22, 2007. The song had a successful debut on the Billboard Hot Singles Sales chart, which tracks commercial single sales, debuting at number 2 and reached number 1 the following week. It is also getting major airplay on Christian radio stations. It was written by Matthew West, Sam Meisel and Clint Lagerberg. Mondisa's cover of Shackles features a horn section provided by livehorns.com with Tommy Vaughan on trumpet, Rodney Mills on trombone, and Shane Filan on sax. They also appear on Mondisa's performance of The Right Thing on the VeggieTales soundtrack for The Pirates Who Don't Do Anything. The second single God Speaking was released to Christian radio in October 2007. A third single, Voice of a Savior, written by West, was serviced to Inspo Radio in mid-2008, where it peaked in the top 5 of Radio and Records Soft AC Inspo chart. Christmas and Freedom In November 2007, Mandisa released a holiday EP, Christmas Joy EP, which features the song Christmas Makes Me Cry, a duet with frequent collaborator Matthew West. Earlier that year, Mandisa also recorded Christmas Day, a duet with Michael W. Smith. The EP peaked at number 2 on Billboard Euro's Hot Christian AC chart, stopped from reaching number 1 by her duet with Smith, Christmas Day. It was the first time in the history of the Christian singles chart that a solo female artist was featured on the top 2 singles at the same time. On October 14, 2008, Mandisa released a full-length Christmas album, It's Christmas. All songs from the Christmas Joy EP were featured on It's Christmas, as well as several new tracks. Freedom was released on March 24, 2009. There have also been reports that Mandisa will be releasing We Are Family, which is a bonus track on Napster on April 14, 2009. The song was available for a short time on Amazon.com, added to Freedom labeled as Freedom Plus bonus track. It also debuted at number 83 on the Billboard 200. What If We Were Real What If We Were Real, was released on April 11, 2011. In March 2011 she began a tour with comedian Anita Renfro promoting the album. The first single off, What If We Were Real, a track titled Stronger, peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Christian Songs chart on June 18, 2011. The album has remained on the Billboard Christian Albums for 76 consecutive weeks as of September 2012. It debuted at number 66 on the Billboard 200. The second single, Waiting for Tomorrow, peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Christian Songs chart the week of January 28, 2012. The third single, Good Morning, featuring fellow contemporary Christian musician Toby Mac, with whom Mandisa had previously collaborated on Lose My Soul, peaked at number 18 the week of May 26, 2012. Overcomer Mandisa's fourth studio album, Overcomer, was released on August 27, 2013, and debuted at number 29 on the Billboard 200 Albums chart, her highest peak on the chart to date. The title track Overcomer was released in late July, hitting the Billboard Christian Top 20 in its third week on the charts. It went to number 1 on the chart by October 2013 when it also appeared on the mainstream Bubbling Under chart. Mandisa won the Best Contemporary Christian Music Album for Overcomer at the 56th Grammy Awards. The title song from the album also won Best Contemporary Christian Music Song for songwriters David Garcia, Ben Glover and Christopher Stevens. Instead of attending the Grammy Awards, she spent the evening at home, citing her Christian beliefs as the main reason on her Facebook, and that she had fallen prey to certain things. Personal life. Mandisa currently resides in the suburban Nashville community of Antioch, Tennessee. Since her appearance on American Idol in 2006, Mandisa has made efforts toward health and weight loss. The title of her second album, Freedom, was inspired by her experience of overcoming an addiction to food. As of March 2009, she had reportedly lost 75 pounds and hoped to lose a total of 100 or more. As of February 2011, she has reached her goal and lost 100 pounds. Awards. Grammy Awards GMA Dove Awards K-Love Fan Awards Discography. Studio albums, 2007, True Beauty, 2008, It's Christmas. 2009, Freedom. 2011, What If We Were Real. 2013, Overcomer. Bibliography, Idolizer Euro published on May 9, 2007. References. External links, official website, Mandisa at the Internet Movie Database, Mandisa at American Idol, February 21, 2006 Sacramento Bee article, MTV Mandisa interview, Street Brand Magazine interview.